Hello everyone, my name is Lingyi Kong, and I am a designer, educator, and creative technologist. Currently, I'm teaching interaction design at Parsons School of Design. My work explores about how code, narrative, and material come together in bookmaking and interactive media. So first of all, thanks Design Incubation and CAT. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to share my project, Resonant Pages, with all of you today. So all of those identities, designer, educator, technologist, really shape the way I look at things. They help me focus on how digital tools and AI are not only changing what we design, but also how we understand creativity, how we pass down knowledge, and how we reimagine the tradition. Today's topic is Resonant Pages. Can books be experienced, not just read? How can books be spatial, interactive, and alive, bridging poetic narratives and computational systems? So, from nature to narrative, this project translates the rhythm of ocean waves into data, which is shaped by code into generative visuals. Here, code is not only a tool, it is the structural logic of the whole storytelling. Let me talk a bit about the background story. Rhode Island sits right on the Atlantic with so many coastlines to explore. But the one I kept coming back was the cliff walk in Newport. And just like the name says, you literally have to climb cliffs to keep walking. Most of the time, I was all there alone. And all I could hear was the waves hitting the rocks, and the crying of the seagulls, and the salty wind in my face. The stillness, the rhythm, it felt like a story unfolding. And I thought, why not try to capture that feeling in a form could respond? So, Goodbye Icarus was born. The ocean wave in this work becomes a storytelling engine, a force that drives the technical stack built for narrative exploration. So let me talk about the prototype I built. Algorithm, filter, or translator, even an alter ego. You could call it any of these. I built a data visualization system in Touch Designer platform to explore how natural signals like the sound of the ocean can be translated into visual language that moves and breathes like the sea itself, just like the feeling I felt. It's a prototype. I use programming to analyze recording of ocean waves through the fast Fourier transform platform, pulling out the pattern of frequency and amplitude. The data is sent into Touch Designer use OIC, which means Open Sound Control System, where it drives the generative particle system. So this is the tech stack. It shows the irregular forms of ocean waves naturally resonate with the visual language of computation. And to explore that connection, I played around with different techniques, like glitch effects and particle movements, waveform transformations, to see how far I could push the visual to match the irregular, chaotic beauty of the ocean. So we can talk a bit about how to use a computer graphic language to express the abstract concept. Unlike traditional visuals, computer-generated imagery has this special way of showing pure mass, things like the rhythm, repetition, and complexity. So in this section, I'm visualizing the questions. How many stones does it take to fill the sea? It's not about the answer, but about the scale. I wanted to use this digital system to show the contrast, the overwhelming vastness of the ocean, and how small we feel next to it. It's a quiet tension between presence and enormity. In the end, I blended the visual storytelling of illustration with the logic and motion of code. The motion of ocean became a bridge that connects them. It shaped the way the whole story comes across, turning it into something you don't just read, but actually feel. Icarus has been showcased in academic and professional contests, including exhibition at the Rhode Island School of Design, 4C Gallery, and the juried exhibition organized by the College Book Art Association, CBAA. So, let's get back to the topic. How can book be physically experienced through touch, material, and presence? So, bookmaking has always been rooted in print, but the textures and movement introduced through code can bring something fresh to that tradition. Hot foil transfer. Hot foil transfer is a process that uses heat and pressure to apply metallic foil onto the surface of materials like paper. By transferring silver foil onto the printed surface using heat and pressure, the content becomes something that reader can actually feel, not just see, but physically sense through the touch. This is the final stage. The photo is about the bending, printing, and crafting of Goodbye Icarus. On the last page, there's a piece of mirrored paper. So when the reader finishes the book, finish the reading process, they can see themselves. It's a quiet moment, but it shifts the whole experience. They are no longer just reading the story, they are a part of the story. Goodbye Icarus moves through a full chain of transformation. It begins with the environment, becomes data, gets shaped through code, expands into space, anchors into materials, and finally, lands as a book. This is the inner page. We are taking the document photos at the time. Okay, at the end, thank you so much for listening. I'd love to continue the conversation, so feel free to reach out to me for a coffee chat or say hi or explore the possible collaborations in the future. And this is my Instagram, LinkedIn, and personal website and my email address. Thanks.